Mr. Robertson. Now, who is he? And what business do I have with this man? Okay. Let's go back in time to 1979, September. I was in first grade, Continua Elementary School. He was the principal. And he was very fearsome. Intimidated. I remember the first time I got called to his office. It was I was in class with Miss Plass. Miss Plass was my teacher. A kind woman. Unless she was spanking you with that paddle, with that ping pong paddle. The secretary on the office called the intercom, lit up, and the secretary at the office with the following people come down to the principal's office, and my name was among the names. I was scared. I'm like, what happened, Miss Platts? Why? You probably did something on the bus. So I walked to the principal's office and I met this black girl on the way, and she was crying. We were both crying. So we took comfort in each other as we walked to the principal's office. We got to the principal's office, and inside was a stern. The first thing I noticed was his dark hair, really dark hair, parted in the middle, and he was yelling at the students who were already there. There was about, I don't know, 9 to 12 of us there, maybe 13. And me and the girl got in as he was yelling at some students. Very stern. Mad. Now, it's not that he was like a stern judge. Ready to dispense justice. And he asked us what we did. He got to me. What I had done was, Vicky was our bus driver. And I get the impression she did not like me that much. I was just one of those persons she didn't like for some reason. She was pretty. But whatever we would go to stop the railroad tracks right before we got to school. Put in the Continua Elementary School parking lot. This was when Continua Elementary School was on Highway 11 going to Greenville. That big it was an old building, 50 years old at the time, 2-story building. Now it's a public house. I miss the old Continua. She stopped before he crossed the railroad tracks and opened the bus door. Now, what we do at the railroad tracks? What we do? She asked the bus when we stopped at the railroad tracks, and the students would answer, "Be quiet." Well, I said, "Shut up, you big mouths." And that's why I believe she reported me to the principal, and that's when the principal asked what I did. I related that story to him. Then he got to the girl who was crying. "I don't know," and he was like, "Come on, what do you mean you don't know what you did?" And after he asked what we all did, he pulled out a huge, big ass, long ass paddle and showed it to us to scare the shit out of us. And he's like, while he was talking to us, he said, pointed out and said, "Hey, wipe that smile off your face." And this is before he pulled out the paddle. He's like, "I don't want to see any of your faces in here again," when he dismissed us. Well, I got called a second, and what I saw, we were told by somebody, I don't know who, if he got called to the principal's office the third time, he got a paddling. Well, I got called again the second time. I don't remember what it was for. But then the third time, we were sitting on the bus. I did something, And Paul, my cousin Paul, and his best friend Herman said they were going to tell the principal. I'm like, I'll get spanked. I was crying. He's like, they were like, you deserve it. So one the principal was walking and checking out the buses. This man right here, and he came into our bus, and I spoke up and told him what I did. He was like, okay, really kind, nice about it. Didn't get mad at me, and I never got called to the principal's office. Now I think Paul and Herman was just trying to scare me. They had no intention of telling on me. But there are times when he was nice, friendly. One time he came on our school bus and he pointed. It said maximum number of people on this bus, 75. He's like, this bus is able to hold 75 people. He was talking to us. But he was a scary man. There's another man who was scary. Me and Alicia here were walking to the cafeteria, and I wanted her to show her something. She's like, no, Mr. Hawk's there. Mr. Hawk might get us. He was a 6th grade teacher. Authoritative looking man. But Mr. Robertson got transferred to Savannah Middle School and was replaced by Jim H. Jones. Now, Jim Jones was a liberal. Even one of the troublemakers, Michael Hogan, was talking in class that this school was all right until Mr. Jones came, and then everything went haywire. And keep in mind, Michael was one of the naughty children. He used to kick me in my butt. He stabbed me with the pits in my hand one time. He spit in my face one time. He pinched his arm and told the teacher I did it. Almost got me in trouble. He when the teacher was gone and just the substitute teacher was there, he put the pencil on the desk, on his desk, and hit it with the hanging over the desk, and hit it the part hanging over the desk with his hand and watched it fly over. But in 6th grade, one time, he made all the 6th grade. He got upset with the 6th grade class, and he said, "Okay, all of you in the 6th grade, the teachers, you're not to say a word to them. You're just gonna let them sit there." And it was hell. There was one teacher named Miss Smith, and she disobeyed, and the class was glad to have her teach. But he had a chip on his shoulder against the 6th grade class. One time he was talking, he had all of his 6th graders assembled, and he was telling us, okay, I don't care if Misty climbed the flagpole when she was at Continue. She's here now. I don't want you all to mention what they did in the past. It's what they are now. But he broke his own rule when he was talking in the library one time. He said, "Yeah, I remember you from Continue," and he looked at me, and I remember you too. Just I wish I could meet him one more time and talk with him and resolve these ghosts of the past. He was an intimidating stern man. But he had his good moments. The Christmas party. The Christmas social at Savannah. I tried to call him and he never got back to me. And I'm angry. Why is it all these teachers think so lowly of me? And you wonder why I'm so goddamn angry and want to hurt my enemies these days. Yeah, I got enemies. I'd love nothing more than for the opportunity for them to attack me and for me to maybe gouge me in the throat, see them go down, to make myself feel good. Because I've been under the foot of these people like this They've put me down. They've kicked me down. I've been pushed around all my life. I like to do a little pushing around. Not just anybody. I love people, but people who are my enemies, people who talk down to me, I wish I could hurt a few of them. I'm not talking about kill or anything like that. I want to see these people who push me around. I want to see them crying. I want to see them sad. I want to see them feeling helpless, exasperated, at their wits' end, so I can feel better about myself. I still want to talk to this man, but he'll probably see this video and think, "Oh, that Chris, he was a troublemaker back in school. He's not worth my time. What you doing today? I knew he'd never amount to anything, and I'm angry." Let's see if I can remember any other memories. Yeah, I got called to the office one time in the 6th grade, and he dismissed me. And I have Asperger's, so I miss certain social cues. So out of the innocence in my heart, I'm like, "Thank you," not knowing that was not the appropriate way to say thank you. He's like, and he blew up at me. "Don't you say that like that? Say that like that again."